Okay, here we go. We are live. Second time we've gone live here. The Sebastian Maniscalco show on SiriusXM. Very excited today to welcome Dr. Parsa Mohebi from Parsa Mohebi Hair Restoration. We have Pete in New York, who is my co-host. Pete is in New York. You cannot see him. He is on this camera here. But I've been not shy at all about talking about my hair restoration journey. 8 years ago, I came to you in dire need of a hair. I call it a hair transplant. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right. I went to you. I was so thrilled with the results that I was telling people all about you and not shy about saying what I got done. Now, 8 years later, I need another one. All right.
Okay.
And when I came to visit you, I think about 4 or 5 weeks ago, you were not shy about telling me that you were like, what happened? You were stunned. I've been losing hair periodically throughout the last 8 years. Now, I have a question about what we're going to do. We're going to take hair from the back,
yes,
and then we put it up top. My question to you is, if we start taking all this hair out of the back, can I go bald in the back? Am I going to have any hair in the back? No.
That's a great question.
Okay.
Well, hello, Pete.
Hello, doctor.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure. So hair on the back or donor area, we call it permanent zone 2. That's the area that you never lose hair from, is too much. So we have a lot of those, more than what we need. In fact, when people go bald, if you look at the very bald people, they have a rim of hair around the scalp and nothing on top. Now, if you try to restore the top portions and give them a reasonable density, we can never give them the density they had when they were 9, right? So it's going to be a little bit less than average, but we strategically place the grafts in a way that makes it look perfect. But sometimes the back being so perfect makes it still keeps that horseshoe pattern. So we like to thin out the back. We want to create evenness. So as we remove hair from the back, we get rid of that horseshoe pattern and create a balance between the front and the back, or top and the back.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is, you said you're going to do a sombrero technique. Can you explain?
Yeah, good.
I listened when I went in. Pete, I'm getting this sombrero.
I understand what you're saying. I see, because what the doctor's saying, if you don't thin out the horseshoe, what'll happen is you'll almost have like a hula hoop of thick hair around the bottom of your head, right, Doc?
That's correct. A lot of people,
wow,
you've seen them walking around with transplanted hair, but you still know they had a hair transplant because the back and sides are too good for the top.
Okay. So as we're talking here, by the way, if you have any questions for the doctor, you could call in here at 877-767-6224 if you have questions about hair restoration or what Dr. Mohebi does. By the way, you do have locations here in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, San Francisco, San Diego, and you're opening up an office in Las Vegas.
Very soon.
All right,
very soon,
so we're very excited that you are populating the world with new hair. So I got to ask you another question. And I think I brought this up when I came to see you. Everybody I talk to, not everybody, but some people go, oh, I'm going to Turkey, I'm going to Thailand for hair. Are they going there because it's cheaper? Are they doing something different there? Are you into this traveling to get hair restoration?
Well, yeah, this is medical tourism is not new, but for hair, there are certain destinations are popular, like Turkey. The fact is, the government over there has, ignored the fact that non-licensed practitioners are doing hair transplant.
Okay.
And basically, hair technicians can do hair transplant. Hair salon, hairstylists can do hair transplant. We've seen that, and people go there, do the hair transplant, come back for repair. And often it could be, risky because they're not having the medical training if something happens, and we get those complications on a regular basis. But even in those countries, if you go and seek good hair transplant surgeons, they do have them. I'm friend with them. Turkey has some of the best hair transplant surgeons, but they're not so cheap. They're not much cheaper than here. Maybe a little bit cheaper, but they're still pretty expensive compared to those technician-run clinics.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point here. I mean, what you do is it's like an artist. That how you create like a natural-looking hairline is an art form. It's like not anybody could just start plopping hair. It's very strategic. You even asked me, which I found fascinating. And Pete, I think I'm going to go this route. I think I'm going to shave my head bald, right?
I like to do that.
And you said if you shave your head bald, you get like a 10% more accuracy on where the hair is going to go.
Yeah.
So you recommend that?
Well, we have different methods, right? So we have a method that we don't shave at all. And you're going to find it funny. We call it celebrity hair transplant. Because me being in Los Angeles, I'm one of the pioneers of this method. People were coming to me like 15 years ago, say, there's no way I can do a hair transplant if I have to shave because TMZ is following me, this and that. And hair transplant is becoming more of a common thing, and people talk about it. Back then, it was a taboo. So we had to do this procedure by cutting hair, one hair at a time and removing it, cut another one and removing it. And that was much more time consuming. So in a big day of hair transplant, we would do like 500 grafts. Now the system has better and we do it like 1,800 per day, but still is more time consuming and everything. But that's not my favorite. I invented it, but it's not the best way of doing hair transplant unless you really have to get it that way. I like to shave because it's giving me a blank canvas so we can see, the technicians can see, so the whole team can work. So there is 4 people are constantly working on your head together. So we call this simultaneous extraction and placement. So I design all the holes that grafts has to go into. And then we change your position and we start extracting and placing at the same time. I invented this device called Mohebi implanter. So the technicians can load it and put it into those holes that I made as I'm extracting the hair. So we want this live tissue to come out of the body, out of the scalp, and going back in minimal time. We don't want them to be hanging there for a long time. So that's why every single hair will take, and we don't lose anything in the process.
So it matters how long the hair is out of the head?
Yes.
And could the hair die?
It does. It can. Yeah.
And can you
Oh, man, it's like a fish.
Right.
So, can you take gray hair and put it?
Sure.
Is gray hair good hair?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So what?
But it'll keep coming in gray?
Yes.
It'll stay gray as it grows? Okay.
Whatever color is in the donor area is going to be in the recipient area.
Gotcha.
So we can be selective. We can put more dark hair in front if we choose to.
Okay, so I could tell you, take the dark hairs out of the back of my head.
We naturally do that most of the time with the new methods of FUE, especially when we shave them. We see the dark hair better. So we are biased toward dark. We see them easier. So if we don't even discipline ourselves to go after gray, we'll be having more dark hair. Plus, on the back, we usually have darker hair compared to front and sides.
Got it. You also told me in the consultation that to grow out my beard, because I was asking the question, can I take Pete's hair and put it in my head? Could you explain where can we get these hair, the donor area? You can't take from other people's head. Is that correct?
Well, did you ask Pete first before asking this?
Pete, you got so much hair over there.
Are you willing to give out?
I could spare some from the back, doctor. A little
You
bit
do
from
have
the
a good
back.
hair. You probably never need a hair transplant, Pete. So you may as well.
I don't know, but
help a friend.
I do have a quick question before you go further with this. If Sebastian were to shave his head, doctor, is there any truth to the idea that people are afraid if they shave themselves bald that it might not grow back at least to what it was when I shaved it bald, or is that untrue?
Yeah. This is a myth, and the reason for that is a lot of people who are thinning hair. Thin hair doesn't grow as fast as the thick hair. So when you're thinning hair, You may have had a hair that has been grown over the year, which is, so thin hair grows slower, right? So for you to grow it like 10 centimeters, you have to grow it a good 1 year or something. And then when you shave it, it will never grow back to the same rate that you used to grow your hair like 5-10 years ago. That's why they feel like they will never grow it back, because they shaved it. But in reality, they kept it too long and created that bulk over a long period of time. And it would never happen again, because they just don't have the same quality.
So
hair.
you're Sebastian, this is a real leap of faith you're doing with Dr. Mohebi here, because not only is he pulling from your thick hair in the back, but he's also asking you to shave and hoping it grows back. Whoa, there's a big leap of faith here. The guy's balding you before he fixes you. Holy shit.
Sometimes you got to take a step back to take 2 steps forward, bro.
That's
This
right.
is not how he did it with Kurt Russell. He did 500 a day with Kurt Russell. I don't know what you're thinking, guy. Doctor, I know you won't admit it, but you probably did Kurt Russell. His hair's unbelievable.
No, he's very confidential. I mean, he's not sharing
I'm sure.
his clientele. I mean, I do know you did Joe Buck. He's on your
He
your
talks
website.
about it. We can tell people who are open about it.
Yeah. He said he did 9 though.
no.
He did 9 hair transplants.
Yeah, Joe Buck had a special situation. I actually used to write on my blog about Joe Buck because people are asking me what's going on with him. Because Joe Buck went out and said that I lost my voice in one of my hair transplants. And, being a sportcaster, losing a voice is end of your career. So it was, oh my God, hair transplant is causing voice loss. Mm-hmm. And then to be honest, I didn't know what was going on until I saw him on my chair. I said, Joe, what was going on? Why you're talking about? Apparently, he was very sensitive to pain. Old method hair transplant was painful. They had to remove a strip of the skin, suture it, and, So he asked the doctor to do it under general anesthesia. And, that tube sitting on the vocal cord for 8 hours of long procedure sometimes does that.
Oh.
So it's not hair transplant, but the anesthesia part.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, he had a smaller, older method hair transplant. He needed some repair. We did it for him, and he's extremely happy.
So
man.
So what you're going to do is are you going to numb my head?
Yes.
Right? So we put like Novocaine in my head?
We use a
essentially?
combination of, different anesthetics. So we give you laughing gas.
Nice.
And then we give you Valium to keep you relaxed throughout the day. So laughing gas just for the first 30 minutes when we're giving you local anesthesia. We don't want you to even feel those little pricks. And then after that, you're numb. You don't feel anything at all.
So the whole procedure takes what? I mean, if we're doing 1,900 grafts,
it's a whole day procedure, probably 8 hours.
8 hours in a chair.
It's very tedious. Everything is under microscope.
Okay. So after you do this, and I had told you that I was taking Propecia prior to this, and then when I came back in recently, I'm not taking Propecia anymore. Do you have to take these drugs, or what do you have to do after the hair transplant to maintain the growth?
Depends on the patients. Some people have the gene of just minimal hair loss. Even when they get older, they don't lose more than just the frontal recession. Those people could get a hair transplant and get it over with. They don't need anything else. But as you remember, we do microscopic evaluation. So we know exactly where you're heading from here. Microscopic evaluation is when we use a microscope to see the level of fineness of hair shafts. If you have more than 20% of those fine hairs, we know that you have active hair loss in that area, and you'll probably lose more hair. So it's a good idea to take medication to prevent future hair transplant, unless you love to come back and see me more often.
Well, doctor, what about stuff like stress or too much shampoo? Like I'm doing the Jude Law method lately, where I only wash my hair once a week. What's your take on that?
Well, that's not a bad idea, actually. There's a whole bunch of myths about hair loss and hair growth. Wearing hats, shaving, not shaving, covering it, products. In reality, hair is more resistant than what we think. You cannot easily harm your hair. If you have the gene of hair loss, you lose your hair, no matter what you do. And if you don't have it, even if you hurt your skin and hair and temporarily cause more shedding, it will grow back. But washing and not washing, that's a good situation. I have dry scalp. So if I wash it too often, I may get, itchiness. So I don't wash it. The natural oil of the scalp is a good thing for us. There is a reason that we have it. It's evolutionary there for us to have a shinier, more protected skin and hair. And when in modern days we shampoo our hair every day, we strip that away, we remove all the oil, and then we have to use conditioners and moisturizers. There's nothing wrong about not shampooing your hair every day. You can wash it, you can use a warm bath, but don't shampoo your hair every day. You don't have to.
That's so interesting, because if you ever see native tribes, Amazon tribes, when they come out and they're on the edge of the river, they always got full heads of hair.
I know.
No chemicals, nothing but coconut oil up there, right, Doc?
Absolutely.
So, and my last question with regard to all this hair stuff, as far as the myth and that, I don't know if you're familiar with the movie star Matthew McConaughey. I read his book, what he said, which I don't know if it's true. He shaved his head once, whatever he had left, and then it all grew back, and he just got lucky. Is that true, or could you tell me what his kitchen looks like, if you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people. I don't want to talk about any particular person.
I know.
But a lot of people, a lot of celebrities get hair transplant. That's not a secret.
But can hair just miraculously all of a sudden grow back?
It would never. We don't have that.
It doesn't.
We don't have that formula yet, or we don't have that lucky gene yet.
Yeah, I mean, my grandfather told me growing up, he wanted to give me what he called a baldy sour, shave all my head, because when it would grow back, it would grow out more and thicker.
Yeah, thicker. That's another myth.
Yeah, so there's a lot of myths that we're debunking here today.
Right.
That, I mean, it's either you get the hair transplant or you don't. There's no special seed oil you put on your hair and all of a sudden you're going to start growing like a weed, right? All right, listen, we got Lynn calling in from Las Vegas. And by the way, Las Vegas, a new location that's coming soon.
Yeah.
She has a question in regards to hair loss on GLPs. Go ahead, Lynn.
Good morning, guys. So first of all, I have to say I love the show. I laugh incredibly hard, so much so that my coworkers are like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm good. I'm just listening to the Pete and Sebastian show. It's a good thing, sir." But my question for the doctor is, I'm on a GLP-1, been on one for about a year. And I'm just noticing a lot of my hair, I'm losing a lot of it. And I don't know if it's because of that. So can you debunk that myth if that's true? Because I've heard that women do lose their hair when they're on the GLP-1.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's a very good question. People do lose hair for any sort of rapid weight loss. We did have it with gastric bypass procedures too, when people lose tens of pounds in a very short period of time. Part of it is because of the nutritional imbalance. So you basically don't get enough nutrition, enough of everything, and you may lose it. But the good news is if you lose it just because of that, you will grow it back.
Awesome.
One other possibility is that you may have had pre-existing hair loss, and now this situation is making it worse. The best is to go see a hair specialist and get a microscopic evaluation to see if you have miniaturization. We often, for women, we always do a set of lab works too to rule out some other medical conditions that cause hair loss. Don't wait for our office in Vegas. You can do it sooner than that.
For sure.
Go talk to someone.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking the call, and have a great day. And we'll see you guys in Vegas next time, hopefully.
You got it. I'll be in Las Vegas in August, so we'll hope to see you
Pete,
there.
are you coming out for that show? Because I need to see you two and laugh.
I'm not that one, but I'm coming out later in the year with Sebastian. So, and don't worry about your hair. All You're a lady. Ladies don't go bald. You're gonna be fine.
Well, here's a question. Why don't ladies go bald like men? What's going on?
Well, because they don't have other ladies yelling at them.
That's perfect. That could be one reason. Well, the main reason is their female hormones. They are protective of hair. So women, just like men, could have the gene of male pattern baldness. First of all, they have the progesterone protects your hair, And testosterone is the one causing hair loss. So we need to have the triangle of sex, time, and gene. So we should have the gene of male pattern baldness, and we should we should be meant to make testosterone, because testosterone gets converted to dehydrated testosterone. That is the main culprit for hair loss, and the time that will make it happen. So if you're a woman, you're already protected, even if you got the gene of male pattern baldness from your ancestors, by not having testosterone. However, if a woman start having elevated levels of testosterone, they may go the exact same path. And more, rejuvenation doctors are giving low-dose testosterone to women, and many of those women are receding their hairlines, changing their voices, and stuff like that. So be careful if you're using testosterone, even at low level, and you do have the gene of male pattern hair loss, you may lose your hair because of that.
So the hair that you put into a client, is that subject to fallout?
The transplanted hair is supposed to be permanent. Because they are from the area that are not sensitive to DHT.
Okay. And you said that you can take from the beard if
you don't have enough donor. So in your case, I just want to evaluate your beard just in case in the future. Most likely we'll get it from the scalp.
And you also told me that a twin, that's an exact twin, they could use each other's hair in a transplant?
So that brings us back to your last question that we kind of ignored or we forgot. You said if you can get the hair from somebody else.
Yeah.
So this is a organ transplant. Hair, just like any organ, like heart or kidney, it's a genetic tissue. It has a lot of proteins that your body react to it if you get it from somebody else. So identical twins are known to be having the same exact genes. In theory, identical twins can give hair to each other. But the problem is if one go bald, what happens to the other one? They have the exact same pattern of baldness, probably.
Got it. So how did you get into this? Give me the trajectory of your career.
My God.
How did you end up here?
You can find a lot of good,
comedy,
funny things in it. So I was in my surgical residency planning to go toward plastic surgery. So it's very common that you do a portion general surgery and then to go some research and then to apply for plastic surgery residency. I went to Johns Hopkins, one of the best institutions for doing research. The research was focused on the area that I was very interested, wound healing. So we were trying to see how we can improve the healing of the wounds. Like, diabetic mice, we make wounds on the back of them and we give the gene therapy techniques and see what method can improve the healing of the wound. Some of my animals started growing hair. That was not even our, goal of the study. I said, wait a second, what's happening? So I thought it's because of the gene therapy, the growth factors that we putting the gene of it in the neighboring area of the wound. But then we realized that even the control group is growing hair too. So I started a whole new study focusing on only hair growth. And we were spending probably a good 6 months to work on it and see what's happening. So apparently wound healing is having to do with hair growth too. Parallel to us, Dr. John Katsaralis in UPenn was doing the exact same, research. So long story short, he published it and it came out before we get anywhere. But that brought me to the field of hair restoration. Because of that study, I started talking to all these big figures in hair restoration. One of them, Dr. William Rassman in Los Angeles, we connected really well. He invited me to come see his Los Angeles office. And we clicked, and he offered me a training and to join the practice, and that was it.
Wow. Now, so you have a line of shampoo and supplements. You gave me a sample supplement. Now, I'm not sure exactly what it does. Pete, I left his office with like a vial of shampoo and some supplements. If I take the supplement, will it promote hair growth? Does anything, I guess my question is, promote hair growth, or is it just maintaining what you have?
Right. So we talked about miniaturization, right? When you lose hair becomes fine and baby before you lose it completely. So when you have fine hair, when hair becomes like 1/10 of the original size, it doesn't create any volume. We can only see it with microscope, but it's still there. So if you have any medication, any product to stop that process of DHT production, it can become a little bit thicker, a little bit fuller and longer. So for that, hair, the vellus hair that you don't even see them as a real hair, as a bulk of hair, it can create a bulk for you. So we cannot create hair out of nothing, but we can improve your existing hair that are not even visible to become more visible.
Okay.
Yeah, and the product that you're talking about is just an answer to many people out there that they don't want to use pharmaceutical products. Propecia or, dutasteride, finasteride, those are the main pharmaceutical DHT blockers. They're very helpful. They always work. But the problem is they have side effects. They cause lack of libido and, testicular pain and stuff like that. And more people are coming to my office. We're coming to my office asking, what else can we do? So I decided to look into the market, see where I can find those herbal elements that are DHT blockers and they're not causing hair loss, the other side effects of hair loss medications. And I realized that herbal products are over the counter. They're not FDA regulated. So as a doctor, I couldn't recommend any of those because you don't know, you're at the mercy of the manufacturer. You don't know where they're made, what kind of research they've done, how they study to see the actual material are there. So we started making our own product with the herbal DHT blockers, both in the form of capsule and shampoo.
Yeah, I'm currently using those as well. By the way, we are live here. Call in 877-767-6224. Have a question. Pete and I have discussed this in the past. As you get older, you start growing hair in places that you never had hair before. For example, I noticed that coming out of my ears, I have 6, 7 hairs that my wife continually needs to pluck out, and they keep growing back. My shoulders, for example, the back of my triceps over the last 10 years. Pete, do you have this problem?
Every single spot you just said, man.
Why am I growing hair in other places other than my head?
Good question. But my question to you is, does she enjoy plucking them?
She loves it.
She gives you pain?
Same
situation.
And I enjoy it too.
We had the same situation. Sunday morning, you want to stay in bed a little bit longer and somebody's trying to pluck your hair. It's like, why? Why Sunday morning? Anyways, that's the same thing. Our hair genetically designed differently. So as we lose hair on the scalp because they are having the receptor of DHT, dihydrotestosterone, the other hairs in the body are not sensitive to DHT. They keep growing. And why they're growing more as we get older, I guess it's just a natural process of them just keep growing and keep getting bigger and bigger. There's no particular reason that linked them to the aging except for us to realize that they're just hair that have been growing the whole time and now they get to the sizable size that we can see them.
Now, Pete, you do have a beautiful head of hair. However,
Thank you.
You had mentioned that there is some hair loss that you've witnessed over the last few years. Would you consider yourself is Pete, I know he's on, is he a candidate for any type of hair transplant? Pete, could you give us like a little, could you put your head in the camera to see?
Are you hiding something, Pete?
Yeah, I mean, just.
No.
Yeah, I mean, is it?
That looks not bad. Is the crown bothering you? That little, I can see scalp a little bit in the crown. Yeah, just very little. It's not too bad at all. It doesn't,
well, I can't see it, but once in a while, like when someone's cutting it, they'll make a comment and it devastates me inside. It devastates me the way I feel.
His hairstylist.
Yeah, but overall, I feel, I don't know. I don't think I'm a candidate, right?
We have all sort of people coming to our offices. Some people are just completely bald and they're in denial, or some people are just having a little bit of a tiny thinning and they're just panicking and coming. Totally different in different situations. Obviously, we live in LA and we have a lot of young actors that their livelihood has to do with their look and their hair. And I understand why they could get panicky when they have a little sign of hair loss. But I always leave it to the patients. If it's something that I can see, sometimes I cannot even see. People come to me, Pete, with a family pattern of hair loss, and they just thinking that they might go bald, and they actually try to convince me that they're balding, but I cannot even see anything. In those cases, I don't do anything. I don't agree to do any procedures. But if there is some thinning, just like in your case, you have some visibility of the scalp. It's not bad at all. Don't take it the wrong way. It's not bad. But if it's bothering you, we have a solution to that. And obviously, we start with evaluation, maybe medication. Medication could help the early stages of hair loss. If some of those thin hairs on the crown become a little bit thicker, all of a sudden you don't see the scalp. So that will be the only solution you need at some point. But if it's past that phase, a small procedure could help.
Well, it's interesting. Do you feel a sense of responsibility? Because now you have this reputation where, Dr. Mohebi could come out with your own new baseball cap, right? Where you insist the sunlight comes through this cap a certain way and encourages hair growth. Sebastian will buy 10 of them tomorrow, right? So is there anyone that polices that? If you did that, if you took a hat tomorrow and said, this is a special hat, is there anyone that could police that other than people calling you out on it that go out and buy the hat and it does nothing? Other than that, are you responsible?
That's a very interesting topic that you're bringing on. In fact, there are a lot of, lotions and potions out there, and people are just promoting them. And every now and then something new comes out. So, oh my God, this is the solution to the hair loss. Everybody's rushing to get it. Some people get complications from it, and then it fades away. But there is no real policing system in place, and people are selling things. And hair loss is it's like a sensitive topic to people. It's important to them. A young guy losing hair loss, hairline going back, going to college. Everybody else is like going out with girls and stuff, and they feel insecure about it. They do anything for maintaining the hair, growing hair back. So buying a hat, $500 to give some light or this and that is not a big deal. But unfortunately, there is not much that anybody can do, because these people are claiming sometimes based on nothing, sometimes based on very small studies, or like 35 people who've gone through this, and they're all done in the same clinic with no double-blinded study. And they're just promoting it based on that until somebody else come and disprove it. People keep buying it, and they keep selling it.
All right, we got. Is it Joshua in Colorado with a question for the doctor? Joshua, are you there? Is that your name?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm good, Josh. How's it going?
Pretty good. For the doc, so my hairline is receding on both sides, but I have a very pronounced calic on one side. So it all just, one side lays down, the other side goes straight up. And I've been wanting to get a transplant surgery just to fix my hairline. But I've always wondered, being that on that area, the hair all grows one direction, if we were to transplant it, would it look weird? Like the transplanted hair go a different way, or would it grow the same way as the calic, or how would that work?
Yeah, that's an interesting technical observation. Is how thin your hair is. Is your calic like still predominantly there, or it's like 90% gone?
Oh no, it's very dominant. The hair that I have is still pretty good. It's just the receding part. It's going back on both sides.
Right. So usually, I personally don't like calics. Calics are not the right.
I'm sorry for the listeners. What's a calic, Dr. Mohebi?
A calic is when your hair, instead of growing in the natural direction, it grows toward the back or toward the side. So basically, our normal hairline is supposed to be growing in 0 to 15 degrees from horizon, right? So that's ideal, because when it goes from zero, So when it grows from horizontally, when you comb it back or comb it to the side, it gives you the appearance of having two hair. Even if you want to sleek your hair back, we never put your hair pointing toward the back. You always pointing toward the front, and you comb it, and that gives you more bulk. So now calic goes directly back. That doesn't help us to get that double look of or double volume of hair. So oftentimes when people are coming to my office, if I have to bring that hairline lower below the level of calic, I can just normalize the hairline. So I ignore the calic. Occasionally I ask patients how much you love your calic. Some people just like having calic. They they always had it, and that's something of their face. That's something of their character. So if we have to deal with the calic, we just reinforce whatever they have. But if they're not really too dependent on keeping the calic, we are not removing it, but the new hair, which is more will become more dominant after hair transplant, are not following that direction.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's awesome. I would love to get the calic removed. I've had it my whole life, and it has made it to where I can never do any other style because it's just there.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. That's usually the
But you
problem.
you got nothing else in your life that medically that trumps that? Like, that's the biggest issue is your calic? Shit. You're a lucky guy. Oh, God, I've been walking around with this calic for 10 years. I am a monster. That's so funny to me. No offense, doctor, but your whole business, it's vanity, baby. It's vanity, right?
I don't know. I mean, you want to have a certain thing. Yeah, you want to have a new car.
If I lost my hair, I'd be so depressed. It's just a weird thing, right?
Right. But, I mean, we're not there. If you are in their shoes, we can see it a little bit. We can sympathize with them because I see them every day. People come with something that a person with full head of hair may not even, appreciate. But it's bothering them. Every single day they go in front of the mirror and say, oh, my God, I wish this was going this way rather than that way. It could become a real problem over time.
No, it is a
great bedside manner. Great bedside.
No, he's got great bedside manner. Do you ever? Anybody ever come into your office and you go, I can't do anything. I mean,
like because they're so
barren.
advanced.
There's nothing to work with.
Yeah, there's nothing to work with.
Yeah.
Or is everybody a candidate? I mean, could you help everybody, or some people just lost?
Okay, the times that well, first of all, we have to differentiate the types of hair loss. We're talking about male pattern baldness, like when people lose hair in a pattern, like recession, crown, and top, and usually familial. Those are always good candidates for hair transplant. People could lose hair for other medical conditions or other skin conditions, like a situation called alopecia areata or cicatricial alopecia. So people lose hair because their immune system are reacting against their hair follicles. We cannot do much about that. Even if you transplant it, they will lose those transplanted hair. But if they're just having pattern hair loss and they come to my office, there is always no situation that I say I cannot help you, except when they have unrealistic expectation. Like a man comes to my office, class 7 hair loss, with just a rim of hair on the scalp, a very minimal donor area.
You bring up the classes now.
Okay.
Okay, now, what's the worst class you could be in? Class 7?
Class 7.
Okay, could you tell me, and I don't know if you remember, what class I'm in? What class did you remember? I think it was 5.
Early on, before you came on to see me, probably, I mean, you lost just the front and the back was okay.
Yeah.
So that makes it 5, if you lost the front and the back is intact, pretty much.
So 5 sounds like that sounds serious to me. I mean, 7's the worst.
7 is the worst. 5 is pretty okay, though, because you still have tons of hair and you have not a huge area to fill. So your recipient is still limited.
But the crown, you said that there's no real purpose of going into the crown because that's a lot of space to cover, right?
Again, crown, we go to the crown, but if you have other priorities, we cover those for people. Has to do with your hairstyle, has to do with your priorities. But even if crown is bothering you, we can always use, some hair on the crown. But for that reason, I sometimes use like scalp hair for front and beard hair for crown, stuff like that.
Got it.
So no, there's no reason for us to not giving hair transplant if people have a good donor and good recipient area. I mean, there's no other limitations. The only thing is unreasonable expectations. If you just have a class 7 and you come to my office with the picture of you at 16 and you want that hairline, and they expect that. So I have to bring it down. If I can't, I just don't give it to them because it's going to be a recipe for failure.
Yeah, I mean, but if you come in with a class 7 and you're totally bald on top and you're going to take some hairs from the back, what is he going to look like, Charlie Brown?
We can change the hair. We can change the class. We can bring it. We cannot bring it back to their youthful hairline, but we can make a class 4. We can make a class 3V, which is a receding hairline, still a hairline. There's a big difference. You cannot believe that hairline, how big of a difference it can make for somebody with class 7. If you don't have any hair at all and you just create this circle here with like 1,000 hair,
Yeah.
it makes a big difference. You give a frame to the face. It's not perfect, but that person is not as bald. It's not perceived as bald.
Right. The guy, I can't pronounce his last name, the famous action star, David Stratham. Isn't that how you pronounce it? For years, he had like probably, I did it wrong?
Is it Jason Statham? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
The hell did you
He
say?
probably had like, I added it all. I think he had like a class 3, but it was a classy class 3. It was almost like a 5 o'clock shadow on the head. Is that what you're talking about, Dr. Mohebi? So like it just gives a little definition to the entire head.
Yeah, sometimes it does do that. I mean, I'm talking about people who don't want to invest too much. They just want to do minimal work. But most people, even with class 7, they easily have 4,000 grafts to be harvested from that rim of hair. Remember, we want to thin out that that rim too, because that rim by itself makes you look more bald. So we can go pretty, comfortably and removing a good number of hair from it and cover everywhere. Maybe if they have a, big balding area in class 7, we leave the crown behind. We just give them the front and top, and that's it. And that makes a big difference. Somebody who's just bald on the crown and have a reasonably good hairline, or somebody who's class 7.
So is there a amount of hair on average that we have in our head? Like how many hairs does an average man have in his head? Is there,
the estimate is about 100,000 hair.
100,000?
Single strand of hair. So we're not talking about graft. Graft has 2.5 hair per graft. When we're talking about how many graft we have to give someone.
So is a graft a piece of hair?
A graft is an anatomic unit that has a few hair, a sebaceous or oil gland, and a collagen band and vessels.
Okay. So when you take the hair out and then you basically shoot it in the head?
Pretty much we inserted into the incised that we made, yeah.
Okay. So when I had this done 8 years ago, I had some swelling on the forehead. What is the recovery time? I forget. Like, how long are you kind of out and not doing anything?
Right. Well, you're not totally out, especially with the medications that we give patients. We give steroids and stuff to minimize swelling. So, except for like some swelling and some redness, you can be functional. You don't have to be, be in bed the whole time. People can wear a hat and go back to work the day after. But if the look is important and people don't want to go out with swelling and everything, I give it like 5-6 days.
Okay.
After 6 days, there's all the swelling and everything is gone, and you're pretty much back to normal. The redness could last a bit longer, could last a good, especially the whiter the skin is, the pinkish discoloration is more pronounced for a couple of weeks occasionally.
And can you wash your hair right after this process?
Right.
Is there special
if
shampoo?
You remember, we probably brought you back to, like as we do with all patients. The first day we usually bring patients back to give them the first hair wash. We give them our shampoo, sponge and everything, and we show them how to wash it at home. For the next 4 days after that, they have to wash it twice a day at home with our shampoo and sponge and everything.
Wasn't it scab? Was there scabbing
There's
that
some
happened?
scabbing, yeah.
I remember.
So remember, I mean, they're like small wounds, like tiny, teeny microscopic wounds, but they're making those like oozing, and those crusts will be developed over the next 2-3 days. And then if you wash it properly after day 5 or 6, you can get rid of all the scabs.
Okay, so if I go completely bald and you do the procedure, when could I be stage ready as far as going on stage and looking like how long?
With a hat or without a hat?
I don't like hats.
Okay.
I'm not a hat guy. I always thought hats took the hair out of my head for some reason.
Right.
I don't like it.
I give it 7 days. I mean, you have enough beautiful pigments
Wow,
that redness shouldn't be as bad.
7 days, bro.
Yeah.
I'm up and running.
Right.
I mean,
right.
come on.
No,
I mean,
well,
you look like you had a buzz cut.
you're going to be
at that point.
bald, bro. You're going to be, if you shave your head, the doctor doesn't mean 7 days after you shave your head. You shave your head on Monday, you get the procedure done on Tuesday. By the Saturday, the procedure's healing nice, but you still have a shaved head.
Yeah, when you say shaved head, are you taking it down to like street level with a Mach 3 blade and I'm completely bald, or are you taking with the lowest cut on a electric?
That number 0,
Number
which
0.
is 1 millimeter. So the
army.
Existing hair is 1 millimeter. The transplanted hair is pretty much the same size. And you look, after 1 week, the first few weeks, you look pretty decent because you look like you had a buzz cut. You have a little half centimeter hair.
I don't know, Pete. I don't know.
Yeah, you're giving a second thought.
Well, I want to go bald.
We don't have to shave it. So that's an option. We like to shave because it makes it a little more precise. But as I said, we can do like celebrity hair transplant. We can do partial shaving. We can shave back and sides and not the top.
I think that's what we did last time. I think we shaved the back, and I don't think we did too much on the top. Is that?
Oh, so
your
when you say shave, you only mean a buzz cut of a Dr.
Right.
Mohebi. You never mean fully shaved, like to the scalp.
Well, it's number 0. I don't know. It's very close to the scalp. Yeah.
And you do it day of? You do the shaving the
We
day?
do it, yeah.
Day
So
of?
that's a good point. So we do the shaving for you. I don't want patients to come with shaved head. Some people want to make it easier on us. They shave it ahead of time. I don't want that because the day of procedure, not only I design the hairline, but I go between, based on how you style your hair, I go see which areas are more pronounced and which area needs more density. I do all my markings so when we shave, we can see exactly what we're doing. Because if we don't do that, we shave, we may lose our landmarks, or we lose certain things that we cannot see when we shave.
Interesting.
Do the shave, bro. Go
bro.
down. Do it up.
I'm doing the shave just to see what I look like bald. And if I like what I look like bald, I'm not going to be too worried about losing hair in the future. Right?
That's a good way to look at it. 2 birds, 1 stone.
2 birds.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you will never be completely bald because you have some permanent hair there already
Bro,
from before. Yeah.
not going completely.
Yeah.
I got 19.
But doctor, how do you know the hair is permanent? It's like someone saying like, you two will never get a divorce. Well, my wife's upstairs packing. You know what I'm saying?
Love that.
I mean, how can you guarantee that he's got perms on there, permanent hairs?
Because he put them in. He said the
that's funny.
1900 hairs we did 8 years ago, they ain't going nowhere.
Oh, you mean yours are permanent? Everything else
the
might
the
fall
ones
out. I
that
see what
we
you're saying.
transplanted, not
Gotcha.
his native hair. Yeah, we're talking about that.
Yeah.
So
native hair, love it.
yeah,
love the
that was
talk.
funny. Funny thing about that the divorce thing, I met this friend of mine. He's some sort of celebrity. So I saw him in a meeting, and I said, "Oh, what's going on? How's your wife? You guys are so good together." We got divorced. What? But you're so good. I'm following your social media. You're always sending these kisses and this and that. No, that's just it.
So let me give you a little. The people that are expressing their love online, we just talked about this last night, Lana and I. People who are, happy birthday to my sweetheart, online, the relationship sucks. I mean, I'm not going online to wish my wife a happy birthday. She's right here.
Right.
I don't have to
Yeah,
go
exactly.
and say, it's happy anniversary to my wife. Those people are living a complete lie.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Have you had a transplant?
No.
Or is that's your hair?
I got lucky. My father, my brother, both had hair transplant.
Did
And
you do it?
Oh, yes.
Now, how's it working on family? I don't know if Pete. What's your take on doing the family?
Free? Is it on the arm, as they say, if you're
Depends on which member of the family. Which side of family.
So you did.
Yeah,
you
right?
did their hair.
Yeah, I don't. I know some doctors don't want to do stuff on their family. I don't have that problem. I'm very comfortable doing it.
Did you offer, or did they come to you?
No, my dad, I forced him to get a hair transplant. So, funny story. My dad was 70-something, 75, 6, and he was going completely bald in front. I said, Dad, you're going bald. You need a hair transplant. I said, oh, no, who cares? I'm not 75, this and that. And I couldn't convince him, but I knew how to convince him. I went there and said, Dad, that's bad for business. And Dad sold him. So next day, he was in my consultation chair, and we did the procedure, and he was very happy.
He's very happy with it.
The only problem he had was when he was coming back to America in one of those international trips, they had a hard time in the immigration office. So, who's this guy?
Oh, that's funny.
What did you do?
Wow. There's your commercial, Dr. Mohebi. You're going to need a new passport.
That's right.
Because they ain't going to believe it's you,
I
man.
love that angle. Yes, we should use it.
What's the take on...
I have one last question
No, go ahead,
before
Pete.
I forget. Do you mind me asking? Because I'm going to forget. My wife and I always have this argument. I insist, doctor, because you did study hair. I insist that in the wintertime, I grow more hair on my back because like an animal, my body is instinctually realizing it's getting colder and I need more warmth, more protection. My wife says I'm full of shit. What do you think? Is there any theory to that? Is hair seasonal sometimes? I'm not being funny,
no.
bro.
That makes sense. Actually, that makes sense. It could be. Nobody has. I don't know. I should say I don't know that anybody has ever studied that in human. In animals, we know it's seasonal, right? Your dogs, cats, they become more, bulky during the winter.
On their own,
season.
right? Not the owner cutting their hair.
Right. No, on their own, yes.
Right.
And they shed hair during certain time. But I don't think if I've seen anything on human. So basically, unlike animals, our hair
you got to
is not...
study my back.
Perfect. We do a lot of research, actually. So we always look for some subjects.
And you never finished telling us why the hair grew back on the incisions in the mice or gerbils or whatever. If you weren't injecting them with anything, why was the hair growing?
Yeah, it's a boring scientific topic. There is a pathway called. No, I'm sorry. There's a pathway called Wnt. It's even too complex for me to explain it. So it's a Wnt pathway, WNT pathway, that some of the intermediary molecules that are helping with the healing of the wound are common between wound healing and hair growth. So they stimulate hair growth.
Interesting.
So
okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I was that close to invent it myself, but Dr. Katsourelis did it before us. So he published in Nature journal, and it was a big deal. When you're the second like this close.
Yeah, but you're the one with the yacht.
His yacht's called hair.
That's right. Actually, maybe that was a good thing. Maybe if I was publishing, I was still doing research in the lab. Now I'm, doing hair and helping people.
Peptides. I've been hearing a lot about peptides. Oh, you got to get on these peptides, hair growth. Is this the Wild West with these peptides? Do we even know what's in them? Is this another myth? What's your take on these peptides? And there's also these shots people get in their head. What
PRP.
Yeah, PRP.
Or a stem cell.
Yeah. Do those work?
The same thing. We're talking about it, right? So when people are coming to me and say, does PRP work? I tell them, I'm a hair loss specialist, and I've never brought PRP into the practice. So the thing is, we are looking at it very scientifically. We want to see what we use is evidence-based, and it works. There are a lot of things that come and fade out, and there's no substance behind them. There's no real documentation. There's no good research. So peptide is one of those. There could be a future in it. I don't know, maybe. But we don't have any real research that shows peptide, at least I'm talking about the scalp. Peptide could be used for other places, for skin and so forth, the same as a stem cell or microneedling and everything. But for hair, we don't have any substance that shows peptide actually can work, can help hair, the same as PRP or stem cells.
When people find out that you do this for a living, are they asking you so many questions about hair? And how do you, because when Pete and I found out we're a comedian, all of a sudden we're supposed to make them laugh. Do you mind getting asked questions about hair?
No, not at all. I mean, it happens all the time in parties. You can assume that half of the middle-aged men are having some degrees of hair losses. They're always coming. And I used to go to my gym a couple of years ago, and in the morning I was having my scrubs, so it has Parsa Mohebi hair restoration. So people, they don't want to connect in public because, they don't want to obviously talk about the hair loss.
Yeah.
And every now and then I see somebody from the corner, psst, 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 in the corner, hey, I'm losing hair, what do I do with this? So it's always like that.
Well,
But no, I'll be happy to answer questions.
In the beginning, I relate it to stand-up, I guess, a little bit, where I'm constantly trying to get stage time, right? I'm trying to hone my act. Obviously, now you don't really have to drum up business. It's, you're booked solid. People are coming to you. People are, expressing how happy they are with their hair. But in the beginning, were you going up to people going, man, you need a hair transplant. You should come see me. How do you drum up business in the beginning?
No, you can never do that. It's just people are so sensitive, and it's such a difficult topic to talk about. I've done it to my friends and family, as I told you, to my father, for example, or one of my plastic surgeon friends who was with me in the same office. And then, I saw him, his hair loss was going up. Say, hey, you are a plastic surgeon. You're giving the wrong message to your patients that cosmetic surgery doesn't matter. It doesn't. You don't believe in it. I said, really? I said, yeah. So when's your next appointment? Come see me next week. And he was very happy, obviously. But occasionally you can talk to people about it. People are sensitive. Unless they come to me, I never approach them.
Okay. So, and I don't even know if you could talk about this, and if you can't, that's fine. Was there one hair transplant that put you on the map? For example, did you do this celebrity and it was such an unbelievable hair transplant that you were the guy to go to? Did you have like a moment like that in your career?
No, it's just like a little bit of here and there. Yeah,
okay,
it's not
so
just one.
It was a
one
gradual
main thing.
build.
Yeah, it was a gradual build.
It wasn't a guy that like this guy I think who did the Kardashian face thing. Not now. This guy, since he did her, he's the guy to go to for plastic surgery on the face. I was just wondering if you had a guy like you did. That was.
He did. He was being very polite, Sebastian. But you're right. Like, doctor, you're not telling me at some point Tom Cruise doesn't lean over to another actor and go,
so the thing is, most celebrities
just hand them a card.
The thing is, celebrities did not, and still many of them don't talk about the hair restoration, hair transplant. They just say, this is how it was. I know, always had a good hair. Occasionally, people are brave enough to talk about hair and, admitting it and helping others to find a solution to their problem, because it is a problem and many people just don't know all the facts about it.
Well, I think it's becoming more common. What's this guy that just came out, the celebrity that came out, big guy, wrestler?
John Cena.
John Cena, right? He came out. He's Landon Donovan. The guy, the soccer player?
Yeah,
he I don't know if he's public about it, but he was literally bald and now he's got a full head of hair.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think I think people are being a lot more honest about what one day you're bald and the next day you're not, and then you're going to say what happened overnight? You ate broccoli?
Well, you get in like now, like let's say I'm going bald. I get in to see the doctor now, and you don't ever know the tragedy was right around the corner. You know what I'm saying?
And most people do it this way. Most people come to us now, especially celebrities, before they look bald. They come when they see the trace of hair loss or the first signs of hair loss. So you don't see a drastic. You don't have a class 7 turn to like full head of hair in celebrities at least.
Man, it's such an important part of an actor's job is the way they look. It's tough. Can I ask a question based on what Sebastian was saying about how busy you are? Are you finding it difficult to get patients to have the people that work for you do the transplant, because you can't do everybody's now. You can't be everywhere, and you don't have all the time to. But they all want you to do it. I would imagine.
we have more than one doctor in the practice. So the
but they're all not Mohebi.
Well, they're trained by me. The team is the same. The technicians, the techniques are the same. The standards are the same. So not many people do this as standard. No matter where you go, you cannot find the same method being done, even by some of the best hair transplant centers. But at least we can keep the standards across the board.
Gotcha. So they're trained in your technique, and that's all that matters.
Right. So I have an official fellowship training that I can train other doctors to become hair transplant surgeons.
Is Sebastian getting a trained side person, or you, or the master?
Do you want me or do you want to train?
I'm going with the
fine.
Michael Jordan of hair. Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
No, I mean that's what people choose. People choose to go with the other doctors because of availability, some cost difference, and stuff like that.
Is there any?
Okay.
If the doctor's available, is that a bad thing? Because what I'm looking at, I think Joe Buck said this on his interview. He said if there's availability that a hair transplant doctor has, if he's open, that means he stinks, right? So if there's a wait list, right? If there's a wait list, that's better, right?
I think so. This is just economics, supply and demand.
I know, but when you told me that you're
that's funny to me.
I think you go with this as a sale technique, because when you told me you were unavailable, it made me want to go even more.
Is that right? So it worked.
Well, listen, we appreciate you taking some time today to come talk to us about hair restoration. Dr. Parsa Mohebi got locations in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, San Francisco, San Diego, and Las Vegas. I can't talk you up enough. I'm really happy what you did with my hair. I'm excited to go and get another one. And we appreciate your time today, Doctor.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
Yes.
Thanks again for listening to the Sebastian Maniscalco Show. We are out.